ji joining us. So Kiran ji, namaste. Thank you very much. If you can hear me, this is Anand Narsimhan. I have three very senior officers also and people of law who are there. I have Sunil Gupta ji, who is a former legal advisor at Tihar. Meeran ji is the former chief of prisons in Maharashtra. Vikram Singh ji, former DGP Uttar Pradesh. And you are IG prisons, Tihar jail, after which you became Lieutenant LG Puducherry. Now, we've done a story here where gangsters and criminals are saying we'd like to operate from inside the jail because jail में सारी facilities मिल जाती है. पैसा देखो तो सब कुछ आ जाता है, मोबाइल फोन आ जाते हैं, ड्रग्स आ जाती है, and we can coordinate and run our entire extortionist affairs and the gangster affairs very conveniently. All of this surfaced because of the Lawrence Bishnoi issue where he and Goldie Brar sat inside. One Goldie Brar in Canada, Lawrence Bishnoi inside Tihar jail, and then they orchestrated the murder of Sidhu Moosewala. But now we are given to understand that the Delhi jails have become a safe haven for all these gangsters. They have reorganized and they're running their racket from inside this. How did this come to pass, Kiranji? Are you shocked, surprised?
No, Anand, I'm not surprised. I can tell you what we did. You got Sunil Gupta also on the panel with you. Sunil will tell you how we isolated every gangster to an isolation ward. We kept them separate and we watched them 100%. They were earlier bunched together. What really worked for us was one to a cell. And when one to a cell, and they were not open for about, they weren't let out like this the way others were. So we really, prison really became a punishment for them, for the gangsters, because they otherwise other prisons are open. इनको हमने अकेले रखा और उसके बाद इनके विजिटर्स को सेपरेट टाइम दिया वॉच करने के लिए और बताया पहले कौन विजिटर्स आपको मिलने जा रहे हैं. सो सर्च वाज 100%. विजिटर्स व फ्रिस्क वेरी, अब तो विजिटर्स की बैरियर है तो इसलिए कांटेक्ट नहीं है. याद रखना इनकी कंटामिनेशन सिर्फ जेल में नहीं होती कांटेक्ट, इनकी कंटामिनेशन कोर्ट्स में भी होती है. जब ये कोर्ट्स में जाते हैं, जब अपने लॉयर्स को मिलते हैं या कॉमन जेल में बैठ वहां पर बंद रखते हैं, पुलिस इनको रखती है वहां. सो आई थिंक एट एवरी स्टेप यू हैव टू आइसोलेट देम एंड वॉच देम टेक्नोलॉजिकली, फिजिकली एंड फ्रिस्किंगली. सो कोर्ट्स में भी, वैन में भी जब जाते हैं वो भी इनकी अलग अलग रखनी पड़ती है. सो वैन भी अलग, लॉजिंग भी अलग, और वहां जब कोर्ट्स में जाते हैं वहां पर भी अलग और विजिटर्स भी अलग. जब तक आप, और उसके बाद कहीं भी कंटामिनेशन बेईमानी की हो सकती है एट एनी लेवल. सो गैंगस्टर्स को आपको बहुत ज्यादा आइसोलेट करना पड़ेगा. जब आप आइसोलेट करते हो तब ये चाहेंगे जेल छोड़ना, तब चाहेंगे जेल छोड़ना. जब तक इनको ये कंफर्ट मिलता रहेगा ऑफ मीटिंग पीपल, ग्रीटिंग पीपल और कनेक्टिंग पीपल और कम्युनिकेटिंग विद पीपल, तब ये जेल प्रेफर करेंगे. सो सुनील आपको बताएगा कि किस तरीके से दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में हमारी इन्होंने आइसोलेशन को चैलेंज किया था एंड द दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट रूल्ड इन आवर फेवर दैट इन दिस केस गैंगस्टर्स नीड सेपरेट लॉजिंग एंड अंडर सीवियर कंडीशंस. सो दैट्स व्हाट वर्कड फॉर अस, नथिंग एल्स.
How did you deal with those who were actually helping this entire coterie run its job? Those who were for a few bucks compromising security, national security, allowing these gangs to try and prosper inside jail. How did you tackle the prison authorities, jail superintendents who are corrupt? Should they not be treated as gangsters?
Anand, we had a absolute feedback system, and moving around in the as senior officers, we were all on the job. Sunil Gupta will tell you how we walked the prison as senior officers daily, and we had a feedback box system. It was locked box where anybody could put in a letter to the IG and the superintendent of the jail. And we also had integrity levels were very high, like K.R. Kishore, Dwivedi, Tarsem Kumar, Jaydev Sarangi, Sunil Gupta, and Meena. We were a very good team of very honest and straightforward officers who all walked the prison, who all walked the. So every day, and the feedback box system was very high. We were getting a lot of information from inside the prisons of what is happening. Unless you have a locked feedback box system, mobile box, which was opening only on my desk at night, I only had the key. So I had full information of what's going on inside the jail. So unless you inculcate systems of confidentiality, and that is contact. That means जब तक आप कम्युनिकेशन स्टैब्लिश नहीं करोगे प्रिजनर्स, उनका ट्रस्ट नहीं जीतोगे, नॉर्मल प्रिजनर का आपको सारी खबर उसके बिना नहीं आ सकते. So we had to win the trust of the normal prisoners. They would tell us about what's happening on the gangsters. So it's a holistic watch. It's not just technology. It's not just integrity. It's also logic. It's also transportation. It's also the way they are connecting and communicating. So I remember उस वक्त एक DIG crime थे, उन्होंने बोला कि जब से हमने पूरा होलिस्टिक मेजर्स अडॉप्ट किए हैं तब से अंदर से क्राइम बंद हो गया है, अंदर से कंट्रोल हो गया. I remember Mr. Tiwari then was, I think, the Joint Commissioner Crime. He told me that Kiran, ever since you got all of you have together done all these measures. So हम लोग एक measure पे ना जाएं, सिर्फ कानून. Number 2, अगर कोई detect हो गया officer, then he is out. He was not only suspended, no, we kept him outside of the jail. कि तुमको घर में तनख्वाह मिलेगी, you will get your salary at home. Don't enter. He was barred from entering the prison for duty. So we also tried certain other methods because sometimes the state government would not take action against them. So we said, as an IG, you are barred from entering the jail and you will get your salary sitting at home. So we made many officers sit at home for months together.
But